Hello guys, welcome back to the channel. Hope you're doing very well. I've got Blue Line TV here, so hope you're well.
Yeah, really good. Thanks for having me on.
It's no worries. I mean, it's false Chelsea tomorrow at the Sanders Bridge. It's our penultimate away game of the season. I mean, after this season, what you guys had, I mean, how are you feeling going into it?
To be fair, I mean, we've suffered so many losses and taken so many L's. I feel like personally, I've been very humble this season, to be honest with you. So it's just like it's made me realize just how hard the Premier League really is, and it's made me realize that if you're not coming with like correct plans and you're gonna rush processes and stuff like that, then obviously you're gonna expect some negative outcomes to come from that. And I think that's why we're literally like middle of the table right now. We've finally gotten past the 40 point barrier at this point in time too. So yeah, I kind of feel like yeah, we can't get lower than this right now, to be fair with you.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, do you feel like the 40-point mark will be the benchmark for staying up? I know I'm going off topic, but I mean, do you think
Yeah.
that will be it?
I mean, I like to think so. I don't think, even if we lost every single game, which is probably not unrealistic for us to do based on the context of this season, I'd like to think now that we're safe now, finally.
Yeah, I mean, you guys had a bit of a great season, especially looking from the outside in. You guys having this season where you got new owners, how many managers you had
Yeah.
as well. It's just been a really weird season watching from Chelsea from outside in.
hmm Yeah, I'm sure most of you guys are loving how our season's going, though, deep down.
Well, to be fair, my mum actually likes Chelsea, so I've been having
Okay.
bit of banter with her about
Okay.
it.
Fair enough. Poor mum.
Yeah, but yeah, I do feel looking at it.
Obviously, I think as I'm saying, I've been really humble this season. I feel like every game right now, I'm not going in there with any like feeling of like we're definitely going to get this win based on the talent we have, etc., etc. But I think tomorrow's game is going to be a bit of a tough one. I feel like Forest are going to try and obviously you guys got a lot to play for right now. If you go on a losing streak and guys underneath you start winning a few games, who knows what's going to happen? And I guess like in that sense, I feel like there's a few like parallels. So, like we were discussing that before we started doing this stream between you and us. Forest sideline covered 20 players, brand new team from the team that actually got you guys promoted, and for us, we've brought in like over like 15 guys and expected to be like a team instantly. So I feel like maybe both of us are kind of suffering due to forcing so much like change in a short amount of time.
Yeah, definitely. I was saying to you before we came on like with you guys, you got new owners where they just wanted to plop money in and hope for like the instant success. Like you had it under Mourinho where first we had our team from last season, which most of them could have stepped up to the Premier League, but all of them was loan deals and all that. And
Yeah.
some of our squad players was probably not would have been good enough for the Premier League. So we needed a bit of a investment into the team. So I mean, it does come in like we had similar stories for this season. If that makes sense.
Yeah, yeah. But I mean, like even looking at you guys as a team now, like, obviously you got a big win against Southampton. But like what Yates is the only guy that was with you guys from last season, and it's like a brand new type of team. Like even Keylor Navas, like some really good individuals. You know what I mean? Like Gibbs White's really stepped up a lot. He's looked really impressive actually. Now that he's been given more like like freedom to express himself and to be like the main guy at a club. Um, but yeah, I feel like there's a lot of talent with your squad as well too. So I feel like I wouldn't be surprised to see goals in tomorrow's game.
Yeah, I mean, I've been saying that the last four games we scored 10 goals. I mean, we scored 3 goals against Brighton first time since '95. Scored three in the Premier League.
Yeah,
Four, four Monday first time we've done that since August '95. And
yeah,
it just like now we start to get some record stuff like that. I think there will be some goals tomorrow. I mean, as you said with Navas, yeah, great goalkeeper. Obviously, wouldn't have won 2 Champions League medals for
Yeah.
sake of it, but he has cost us some mistakes goals this season. And so to look at Forest, I mean, they are starting to look a bit more like a team now. I know we're saying it towards the end of the season, but
Yeah.
it just took a while for us to actually get a team together, knowing that with the injuries we had and knowing people trying to find this best 11 that it struggled to.
Yeah, I think, I mean, what you're saying, I probably agree with for us as well too. I mean, like, you know, our last win that we got, we finally used a formation that kind of seems to complement that the players and profiles we have. 4-3-3, like 2 wingers, either flank, stuff like that. But we've used over like 10, I think maybe like 14 different lineups, like 7 different formations this season. Like,
Oh,
it's
wow.
nice having lots of talent in your squad, right? But it becomes even harder then for coaches to find the right balance and, you know, who are the guys you turn to, who do you use? And I feel like this is what I mean. I feel like there's so much similarities between how both our seasons are going, because I think we did maybe just forced too much, like too soon.
Yeah, definitely. It is. And how do you feel about your new owners coming in the summer? I know it was really, it had to be done because obviously with everything with Roman and all
Yeah,
that. But
sanctions and all that. Yeah.
yeah,
You know, to be fair with you, I'm not gonna like sit here and act super ignorant and be like, oh, you know, these Americans, they're clueless, and, you know, start throwing around all these like stereotypes. I mean, you know, these guys are billionaires. You know, these guys are smart guys. They've got experience doing this, you know, with baseball. I got faith in what they're doing here, but I kind of felt like maybe our issues came from the fact that I think we prioritized the business more than the sport this season, in a sense that one of the reasons why we spent so much money was obviously to take advantage of FFP, you know, loopholes at this point in time. You know, signing guys to like massive long-term deals. Where, listen, 5 years from now, we'll look back at this. We'll be like, we'll forget this season, and we'll probably be way better off for all the decisions that we've made. You know, based on now. But you know, I think there's definitely like lessons to learn from this. I feel like we did maybe undermine, not even like the managers, like in Graham Potter, who, you know, I feel like this guy was a good manager. Circumstances was too much for him to really do anything, and like even when he got sacked too, like we've heard nothing from him since. He's in the shadows right now. But I kind of felt like we've also undermined the players too, because, you know, these, you know, if you're playing for a big club, you know, to get to this level, you're really caring about your career, and, you know, you've put a lot of sacrifice to get to these positions, right? And if you feel like you can't play your best football because you don't know what's happening, if you're getting annoyed with training sessions because there's no consistency in what you're doing and stuff like that, that's everything's going to compound to get worse and worse and worse and worse and worse. So I definitely feel like maybe, you know, Bowley, Gali and co probably take some responsibility for some of those decision makings from the top. But again, I feel like, you know, their heart, their plan, I think it's in the right direction. And, you know, I think, you know, the reality is they can't take out dividends for the next 10 years. So there's even more onus for these guys now to really care about getting us up the table, you know, pushing us on achieving their goals and visions. And I think, you know, we signed some great talents. It feels like we're starting to piece things together a little bit more now. So yeah, I'm gonna be optimistic now for the future.
yeah, definitely. No one probably as worse as the Glazers anyway with what they do.
Yeah. Nowhere near as bad as them.
Yeah, but yeah, it is interesting to see hear that. I mean, it is good that there's some like at the end of the road from it all. To be honest,
Yeah. Yes. Yeah. Listen, I mean, it's already got as bad as it can be, so it can't get any worse now, you know?
yeah. I mean, I'm glad in a way that you guys did get that win last week against Bournemouth because I was saying before you guys won that I hope that you guys do stop the walk before we play us because it wouldn't be Forest without you guys beating us, getting your first win back on the Lampard side.
Yeah. I guess that's like a precursor to a win tomorrow against you guys, you know? I'm feeling a little bit. I mean, I don't know. Every time I feel optimistic, everything comes crashing down. You know what I mean? So hopefully these guys continue the form against Bournemouth against you guys tomorrow. And yeah, I think it's going to be a game where Forest going to come out try to attack. Because Forest, you guys try and play the right way. Like, respect to you for that. And it's about who's more clinical and who makes the least mistakes, basically.
Yeah, that's the thing. To be fair, 'cause obviously we got something to play for. You guys are obviously near enough, not on the beach yet, but you guys are near enough like not paying for anything. So it'd be a good game for the neutral to watch. To be
Yeah,
fair,
yeah.
what sort of team are you expecting to feature tomorrow?
Maybe something a bit similar to our team lamp against Bournemouth. Of course, like Lampard's using Madueke, which I think is like the best decision, really. I think Madueke, young kids, I think he's acclimatized to the Prem really seamlessly, to be fair. I know listen, you're playing Dutch football is not too dissimilar to like English football, to be fair with you. So I guess it's going to be a little bit easier. But yeah, kid's got talent, takes his man on, can hold the ball up, running behind, goal threat, and most importantly, defense off the ball, which, at this level, you need to do that. You need to put that in. So him on the right, I think maybe Mudrik on the left hand side, he's had some, shown some promise here and there, but I've always felt with Mudrik, the guy, I know he's 22 years old, but he's played less than 100 games in his career, and he was a real late bloomer, like similar to like Anthony Gordon in a sense where, these guys got the technical ability and the skill and flair, but their bodies weren't really there really to match that. And I think in the Prem, if you don't have like a baseline level of physicality, you're going to really struggle here, to be honest with you. So I'm expecting them to, up front's going to be interesting. Felix scored against Bournemouth. Kai Havertz, he helps in terms of like stuff off the ball and being a focal point. So that's going to be really interesting to see. But I wouldn't be surprised if Felix plays tomorrow. I think that, he gets a bit of stick from the Chelsea fan base. We've expected him to come in here, like single-handedly uplift the team and get us to the top. It don't work like that anymore, to be fair with you. So I'm expecting them guys up front and then midfield, Enzo, Kante and that defense, same old defense. So hopefully a bit of consistency now in the lineup. And yeah, I'm looking forward to the game tomorrow.
Yeah, definitely. I can see he's playing something similar to what we played on Monday. Bar probably. I mean, we're looking at the fullbacks who came off injured, so
Yeah.
hopefully, people said about Ori that he's going to give him every opportunity to come back. But
Yeah.
he even said if we can't play him there, we've got Wold that can play there.
Yeah.
He turned into like Prime Caffrey, won down the win on Monday.
Yeah. Yeah.
And obviously we've got Toffolo left back who can slot in there right at the shadow of that. So, but by that, I can see us playing a pretty similar
Like
team.
4-3-3, or do you think you
Yeah,
guys will use like a back? You don't use like a back wing backs anymore then?
no, we've gone back to back four. We played back three for a couple of games in Liverpool. Then we changed it to a back four because McKenna got injured
Yeah.
and Williams got injured. So we've gone back to a back four now. Which it sort of works. It worked against Brighton quite well because no, I mean I'm glad Williams is well now, but it didn't work. And when we bought Carty on for Williams, I just it worked because we had that midfield free and it just freed up Mangala and Danilo to play.
Yeah.
And now Mangala seemed to play in that number four role really well. He keeps things ticking. We have Danilo and they seem to be more of the box to box players.
Yeah. 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 I agree. Like I've always like for us too, we got a lot of like box to box threat in our team that we never really used this entire season, which has been really frustrating to be fair. And I feel like now that we've started to go back to using that, we're starting to see like a little bit better performances now. So it could be a big midfield battle tomorrow.
Yeah, definitely. I think that obviously you guys having Fernandez and couple I can't remember the other two that you got in there.
Him, Kante, Gallagher, Ruben, Mount's out injured. So we got like a decent amount, right? Cover as well too. Like yeah, we got a fair amount right now.
Yeah, we got Danilo and he's coming into his own at the minute. He came in as a
Yeah,
defensive midfielder and now people seem to got his in playing like prime like oh
Like, I'm not gonna lie, I was really surprised when you guys were able to sign Danilo from Palmeiras because obviously, like, he had a big rep in Brazil. I know Arsenal were trying to sign him as well too, and obviously, I think B played against his Palmeiras team in the Club World Cup. So, like, yeah, he's a nice player. To be fair with
Yeah,
you, so yeah, I feel like he's definitely one to watch for us for tomorrow.
yeah, I was surprised we signed him. I was talking to an Arsenal fan, and he was saying that the only reason they didn't go for him was because they wanted that bit more experience in the
Yeah, Jorginho
defending. And
instead. Yeah,
yeah, and the front three with Johnson, Awani, and Gibbs White. I mean, Gibbs White got more of that free role to drift in, whereas Johnson sticks to that right flank, whereas
yeah.
Awani just our focal point. So yeah, I
Yeah,
completely agree.
yeah. I think Gibbs White too. I think, yeah. To be fair, he's one of the guys this season that's really impressed me. I felt like at Wolves, maybe he wasn't at the right club for him really to like maximize what he was doing. But like in terms of like his skilled technique and then like Trivela passes, he loves playing all the time too. I feel like yeah, he's really like stepped up in terms of like it takes more responsibility for you guys in attack and make stuff happen. He's a good playmaker. Like remember that pass he played to I think last time we played you guys at home this season, that pass he played to Johnson in behind
Yeah,
when Johnson went 1v1 against us. I was thinking, yeah, that was really good play then.
yeah. It produces stuff, and you look when you re-watch it, you're like, wow, that was just unreal.
Yeah, yeah.
It was like our fourth goal on Monday where you just, I thought he missed it, but when you
Yeah.
re-watch it, you're like,
Yeah. He's a yeah. That's what I mean. Like, he just takes you by surprise like that. So it's like, oh, okay, cool. Yeah, you know, he knows what he's doing. This kid.
yeah, definitely. Have we got a score prediction for tomorrow?
I do have one. I don't know if you're going to be happy with it though. I'm I'm gonna go for maybe just pray for this first. But I'm gonna go for a 4-2 win to us.
Oh,
I feel
interesting.
like we might like get you guys with some late goals near the end. Like if it's like level for a while, you guys gonna push further forward, and if we can get you guys in the break, because obviously we're playing away, then yeah, who knows?
Yeah, I think it's a good one. I think now you guys got that first win, you might start to pick up a couple more wins. So I do completely see it. I said it, I'd be happy with a draw, or even sneak it dead later on for some reason.
Mm,
That's what we're saying this morning, but
yeah. Wouldn't be surprising with how our season's going. To be fair, so I rule nothing out. I rule nothing out.
yeah, definitely. Football's a funny old game, as they say.
Especially this season's been a funny old season. I don't think Arsenal will
Uh,
be this high up, to be fair with you.
yeah. Do you want to say about your socials and how we can follow it?
Yeah, if you guys want to like follow me on Twitter, it's at NiniFC and on YouTube, Blue Lines TV, like as you're seeing on screen. So yeah, I'm gonna have my preview out for the Forest game later today. And if you want to hear a Chelsea perspective, you know how to find me.
Yeah, definitely. I will be putting it in the tab and in the description so you can
Appreciate
find.
that, man.
Yeah, so no worries. Thank you for coming on as per usual.
Yeah,
Oh,
appreciate it. Thanks for coming on. I mean, what am I saying? I appreciate being on as well too.
I
I
knew
know
what
that
you meant.
sounds awkward.
So I'd like to say thank you for watching, guys, and goodbye.